excuse the crudeness of this video, it's about the 4th attempt I've tried this, but got one of these. It's probably one of the first in the country. It's the first batch that's arrived in the country. I've had it for about a week, 2 weeks now. So this is pretty much how it comes in the box. You've got your silencer. Now all the documents and everything I've read, it says you get 2 magazines. Even at the show where I ordered it from in February, you've got 2 magazines, but this has arrived with 1. So whether I'm due another one at some point or I need to question that is another thing. But out of the box it was very pleasant. Stock's very comfortable. Nice Turkish walnut. Got a solid, quite soft butt pad at the end. But it's nice checkering. The little ATA logo in there. Little pressure gauge. It's side lever cocking. 12-shot magazine. I've added this Picatinny bipod at the bottom here, so we know that you don't get that. What there is a little swivel thread at the bottom there for a stud. Right, out of the box it felt quite nice. It's quite heavy along the lines of the hat sands. Yeah, you get your little Foster fill adapter in the pack. Where do I start though? Right, in the first video I was trying, I was just about to do a shot string and it stopped cocking. It wouldn't cock. It pulled back, but it wouldn't. The sear wouldn't catch on the trigger there. So I've had to. I think that was about the 4th shot in on the chrono. Yeah, so I've had to take it apart and repair that. The trigger, it's a bit like good grief, I wish he'd go away. It's a bit like an air arms with the little push button through the trigger there. The trigger, it's quite nice actually. It's I'd say it's sort of a pseudo 2-stage, if not a nice crisp single stage. It's quite a long Picatinny rail down the receiver there. It's a 2-part bolt actually, so this front half is sprung loaded from the back section. The barrel is about 55 centimeters long, 15 millimeters diameter, but here's where it gets a bit strange. M15 thread, 13 millimeter, M12 thread. What's that about? So the silencer actually sits halfway down the barrel like that when it's fitted. Bit of a strange one, so no HW silencer fitting on that. It's quite a slender item. Just a straight tube it is. That's the end cap. Now, the bit that threads on the M12 is a vented bushing. So it's like a backdraft silencer. But there's no vents in the back of the silencer to vent any of the pressurised air, which is why, where are we? I've drilled a couple of small holes in the back, and then I've gone the obligatory hair curlers and washers at the front, which I've removed out just for this video. But hopefully with some adapter we'll be able to fit an HW silencer onto that. As I said, it's quite well balanced actually. It's quite well balanced considering this massive bottle. It says 445cc on the information, but on the actual writing on the bottle it says 0.53 of a litre. So who is correct? I think I'll believe the bottle. It says it can be charged to 250 bar maximum, but recommended is 220 bar because it's not regulated, so your hammer will be fighting to open that valve. It's quite a smooth shooting rifle, bit how can I put this, there's a bit of a, it's similar to a Krall, that's it, yeah, that's a ping when you shoot it. It does seem to like JSBs as well, JSB 1589s, very good. It does group quite well, although I'm having to order another set of Picatinny mounts because I'm having some issue with scope mounting, so I'm waiting for some more mounts in the post. They'll arrive soon, then I can do some proper range testing. But overall I'm quite happy. Now if you were new to shooting and you just bought this, I think some of the issues might have been a bit disappointing, but for an experienced person like me who's used to stripping down rifles, there's a screw at the back here for the hammer spring, that's adjustable, 2 screws in the bottom of the block here, and the whole valve assembly can be removed. Now, while I was dismantling it, there were a couple of torn O-rings, well not torn but nicked. Now, not saying that wasn't me, but I was being quite careful, so they've been replaced. As I said, I've fitted that Atlas bipod copy and the Picatinny rail on the bottom myself. There's a few other changes I'm going to be making to it. Looking at getting a carbon fibre bottle from Best Fittings, so hopefully that will help with some of the weight on the front, and I've got an Altaros regulator to see if that's possible to fit that. As I said, going back for a beginner, if they bought this, be a bit disappointed if I had to send it back, if the cocking happened after 4 shots and I had to send that back to get it repaired, because I think at the moment there's, with it being so new to the market, there's very little spares, if any. A safer bet might be a Hatsan. If you want one with a bottle, go with the Nova or a Krall. I know they're a little bit dearer, but out of the box you're definitely getting a known good rifle, so to speak. "12-shot magazine. I think we've seen some of these before. So spin it around against the spring, turn it over, insert pellet in backwards, and then continue to put them in and rotate it around back to the beginning. As I said, nice smooth action now on it. You can get to the bottom there and it's just another little click. Magazine slides in. It's actually a little magnet in there that matches up with the magnet there and holds it in place. So that's quite nice. Now it's decockable, there's no bear trap on this. Oh, but there is a block on the magazine, so after the last shot you cannot close the bolt. So be aware of that, don't try and shoving your bolt home. Or your side lever even. Yeah, I mean overall I was a bit disappointed after the fourth shot when it broke, but gave me an excuse to strip it down. Barrel's nice and clean. If we can see the crown on it. Not sure about that crown. May have to just touch that up. But I can never leave a rifle alone, even a new one. Always have to tinker. Little unscrewable cap. Goes over the fill nipple. Just connect up your airline as normal. As I said, I've not quite got the scope fitting down pat yet. There's some alignment issues with the Leapers mounts I had. I had checked the rifle for level and barrel droop. Yeah, it all seems level on the top there. That level, barrel was straight. So the only conclusion I can come to was the mounts. So as I said, I've got some more of those on order, and then maybe I can get a range testing done with it. Good grief. Right, so that's my rough and ready video really. I suggest getting a Hatsan or a Kral if you, I know they're about 100–150 pound dearer, but as out of the box you're less likely to have any problems, seeing as they're more established and there's a better spares market.